Good morning. Oh, hi, Nicole. Nice to see you. Thank you. I wish this was a bit like Zoom where I could see you guys too, but I can imagine. Ah, bonjour, Louise. Nice to see you. Jean, hi. Av, good morning. Ah, Carol, good morning. Maya, oh, nice to see you. And Yelin, nice to meet you. Oh, okay, Jean, it'll be available to see here later. Um, but thanks for letting me know. Give those grandkids of yours a hug. Hi, Carla. Nice to meet you. And Dennis, hello. Troy, hi. Nice to see you here. Thank you. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to do my best here. Jennifer, my sister. Hey, hello. Nice to see you. And Luna, nice to see you. So hopefully I can keep an eye on the messages here and get into I have lots to talk about, and so, yeah, thanks, Dennis. Isn't that a beautiful painting? Actually, that painting, I'm just going to talk about that for 1 second. The woman who painted it just tells you how we can do anything is actually technically blind. She can only see with her periphery vision. And so, and that's a picture of Vancouver in the background there from Stanley Park. And so, yeah, the colors and the healing energy and her just perseverance attitude is beautiful. Hey, Carrie, nice to see you. And Linda, always really good to see you too. So, hello and welcome. Most of you know me, but if you haven't met me before, because many of you watch this later, I'm Marlyna Loss, and I'm so glad to be here with you. And thank you for joining me, all of you. You're here because who my community is people who are part of the conscious change. And for that, I am grateful and thank you. And so, yeah, hi, Melanie. Hot in USA. Vancouver also is very hot, and we are lucky, yeah, not lucky, to have the poorest air quality in the world right now because of the fires that are happening in our province and in Washington. So, yeah. Hi, Mai. Okay, and so since my early teens, like who am I to be here talking to you guys, right? Since my early teens, I have studied metaphysics, philosophy, and psychology looking for the so called truth, right? And as a young child, actually, I remember being surrounded by what I thought were angels. I saw God as love. But the messages I got from those around me and my family and in church did not see the world that way. And there was a part of me that always knew that energy was not like what I literally saw. So, as I got older and continuing to this day, I am someone who has studied to search for the truth, right? I've studied with masters around the world in the last 30 years and to understand how energy works and how we can work with that as a collective because we are all connected. I know that with every bone in my body, all energy is one, right? So I don't have to tell you right now that the world is not in a state of love, right? The fear and anxiety and the polarization, particularly, is great. These times were written, they were predicted, and they're going to continue for a while to come. And yes, I'm going to get into predictions with you over each sign, but first let's just go through with what's going on, okay? The collective is in fear. But here's the thing we our thoughts are also part of what's creating reality. Okay, and so we have to consciously work towards joining instead of separating, right? And so we are the change, okay? So what's going on in the cosmos and what can you do? I'm going to jump around here a little bit, but stay tuned, okay? So first of all, if you don't have a copy of your Chinese astrology chart, you're going to need one, okay? So Lois is going to post up the link here. You can get a copy of your chart on my website, a free copy, but I want you to know your day master, what we call your day master, and the 4 animal signs, okay? And so the yearly chi, we're in the month of the fire monkey, the yearly chi is shifting again, right? On August 7th, we entered into the month of the fire monkey. Just hang on a second. Hello, Aman. Hello, everybody. So, and we're into the last 6 months of the year of the metal ox. The current astrological theme in all astrology systems is actually shadow work, right? Shadow work. I don't have to tell you something big is going on, and it's been going on for a few years, and it's not over. Why shadow work? Because the opportunity to become awakened and to enlightened has never been greater. That's actually why the purpose of what's all going on is. And in order to have that happen, we have to release our fears, release our anxieties. And particularly this year, for the next 6 months, there's lots of opportunities to look at what constant mind loops you have and then to learn new methods to move forward with, okay? All the action, particularly next year, for those of you that are consultants or know a little bit about, feng shui and astrology, next year the 5 goes back into the middle. And that means in flying stars that all the stars, if you will, are in their home base. So it's a very, very powerful year with that. As well, January is the month of the metal ox in the year of the metal ox, and February is the month of the water tiger in the year of the water tiger. Everything we do this year is relating to the past and releasing the past, and everything we do next year is an activation for the future, right? Now, in order to do an activation for the future, you need to be ready, right? And I'm going to be talking about this more in my classes coming up and things, but it's really important. Just take the takeaway, release the past now, and get ready to activate the future next year. So if you're out of shape, or if you're sick, or if you're angry or frustrated, those things are going to hold you back, right? And so it's a time to get ready. It's really exciting. Like the energy is intense. Breakups, headaches, restlessness, body aches, trouble sleeping are common themes for all of us, actually, okay? You're not alone. There is a rebirthing happening, right? To the collective. Every astrology system is pointing to it. It's exciting and it's scary. And that's why I'm doing these monthly talks and many different things to help support all of us to be with minded people who want to do better, right? So that we can join and support each other moving forward. Self-care is very important, and staying connected to positive people, but don't exclude the negative people, because, how do I put this? Have compassion and forgiveness, and spend your time positively doing things that support you to have a better life. And mostly what that is spending more time in nature, right? Looking at the sun, looking at the moon, getting the wisdom from all that, the trees. Heaven, earth, and man. The biggest part moving forward right now is actually, I believe, the man part, human thoughts and human actions. That together we support each other with forgiveness and kindness and compassion to be better. So July for me was a really busy month. It was my annual practitioner's course, and thank you to the dozen students who worked with me and put themselves out there and are continuing to. We still have 3 to 6 months of mentoring left, but it was great. I love teaching online. The ability to focus and really show clearly and switch back between screens and things was great. And so that was very exciting for me. And I'm taking registrations now for the next course because we'll start working with that now. It's a long program to become a practitioner here. So let's delve into August, okay? Astrologically, August is the month of the fire monkey, and this is a monthly version of 2016. Next month will be 2017. The following month will be 2018. So how was 2016 for you? What happened? What do you need to let go of? Every year and every month is actually a catalyst that intertwines with our energy systems to, if you will, as a stimulant, even almost as a, and it's like we either work with it or we don't, right? The monkey is a growth star, which among many things means events will move quickly. This can be good, or this can be scary, right? But just see everything as an opportunity. I love the saying, nothing happens to you, everything happens for you. The short version of the month is that tigers are in a clash. I'm going to go more into that. And so unexpected change is coming your way. And the rat and the monkey and the snake, the rat and the dragon and the snake are friends with the monkey. But that also can be challenging because opportunities are coming your way. Are you ready? How often does an opportunity come your way and you say, oh, I got to think about it. I'm not ready. Oh, I don't know. Is it good? Because if you're in fear, you're not going to take it, right? Say yes. The hexagram for the month is 40. It's relief, right? And so relief too, it's like, okay, there's an opportunity this month, particularly to let go of what's not serving you. What do you need to let go of? Okay. So in Chinese astrology, we follow the solar calendar. Okay. So just a little bit for those of you that are brand new. The ancient Chinese scholars observed the patterns of the sun and the moon, and indeed all the planets, and observed that these patterns of the sun and the moon and the planets interacted and correlated with things that happened on Earth. Okay. Nature's patterns. Now, they devised a system on 5 elements and yin and yang, and that is the basis of this Chinese astrology system. I am also trained for more than 15 years in Western astrology, and both are very accurate tools to tell us what's going on in our lives. But what I really love about Chinese astrology is there's more remedy, if you will. It's like we can use the 5 elements, we can use feng shui, there's so many things we can do, right? And so the 12 animals are actually expressions of qi, right? They just represent the calendar, right? And so each of us has a year, a month, a day, and an hour, 4 animals. And on the top of the day, we are what's called a day master. And all these interactions interact and tell a story. And I remember really clearly years ago when a teacher of mine said, when you understand your chart, like suffering occurs when we're not in alignment with destiny. And we have free will, right? We have free will, but each of us is like a banana or an orange or an apple, a different type of energy system. So our destiny is a little bit different for each one. As a soul, you chose to incarnate in this lifetime into this personality. So by understanding who you are and what you can do, you have more, you're empowered to act with the times. Like, so for instance, metal, which I'll get into, is not my favorite element. My chart already has strong metal. But by understanding that, I work with the energy and I work with my thoughts, because I understand that the thoughts I'm thinking might feel more pressured or, pessimistic. And actually, we're all going to feel a little bit more pessimistic moving forward. But this is just some of the energy of the metal that's going on. So I have 2 free classes coming up on August 24th. And one in Spanish with Adriana James translating, and one in English, which is just about activating your destiny, right, through your day master. So if you're interested in learning more about who you are, I suggest you attend this class. I'm actually doing it for free. I want to help people become better people and to work more moving forward with who they are, because when we embody, like if you become the best banana, right? If you become the best that you can be, your vibration is higher. And if your vibration is higher, that radiates out into the world. Okay, so the Chinese month of the fire monkey began on August 7th and continues through till September 7th. Yeah, as I said, the hexagram is relief, and it's also known as deliverance. Okay, freeing ourselves from the imprisonment of our mindset. So I really would like, or suggest, that you all put an intention, I am open to thinking in new and positive ways, because our subconscious works in mind loops, right? And we want to release the mind loop. So this month particularly is a great month to do some different things and be open to new energies. Solving a problem, solving your life takes courage and power. So what does it mean? You have to release what's not serving you. You know, the behavior patterns that are keeping you stuck, right? And bring in what's beneficial. Elements of fire monkey are fire and metal. There's many ways to look at that. There's the interactions and the stars. And for those of you that are students and enthusiasts, I'm going to break this down a little bit. Yang fire on top in the stem, and in the monkey, yang metal, yang water, and yang earth. So the monkey is what we call a growth star, also known as a travel star. But the element in the monkey that's in growth is water. And whenever an element is in growth, it means that whatever you do related to that element this month will grow and peak in the water months, which would be rat, particularly, right? Or perhaps even in the future monkey year, right? And so doing if water is your wealth element, for those of you that are Earth Day Masters, this is a really good month to start a project that's going to be long-term and grow, okay? And this is even better, I teach this in my Batsy class, if you know how to use these elements in relationship to the years, right? Things will move quickly this month. Fire and metal is also a clash. So expect more uprisings, more protests, and more fires. The world is not settled this month. The next 6 months are particularly important months to look inward and to let go and forgive of what needs to be forgiven, right? Again, if you want to sort of go, what happened in 2016 or 17 or 18, right? Leading up to January, and then in February, it's a catalyst for, okay, let's start new things. But this is now to get ready. And you know, forgiveness, a lot of forgiveness is actually for ourselves. Forgive yourself. Take yourself off the cross. You've done the best you can to get to where you are today. We all have. And so now it's like there is only now. What can you do today to move forward, right? And so sometimes when I look back at the years in the past, yes, there's some people I need to make amends to, but maybe it's also that was the year I was going to start a dream or start something. It's like, okay, start. It is never too old. I certainly am a testament to that. It is never too old. I started my feng shui career in earnest in my late 40s, early 50s, right? And so, and only really in the last 10 years, in my 50s onward now into my 60s, have I created this. It is never too old. You just have to, how do I even say this? Have to is not the right word. Just pretend it's like if you didn't have the fear, what would you do, right? And take action. Each of the months, every single month, why I'm doing this, talking to you guys too, are triggers, right? That get us ready for the next, triggers that interact with our charts, giving us opportunities to take actions. We all have limiting beliefs, and we all have things we can do to get ready and to break through. So finally, the monkey is the beginning of the metal season. And for those of you who know, metal rules the lungs. Metal and water, we're in a watery year as well with the ox, are two of the most emotional elements that are out there, and fear is associated with water. And so the metal and water elements are very, very strong. So this indicates that COVID virus and illness is going to continue, and also fear and anxiety is going to continue, at least for the heading into next year, and probably even for another year until we enter into age 9, right? It's just a very unstable time. But this doesn't have to be a problem. Like you don't have to let the fear overtake you. And this is where meditation and mind training is really important. Learning to actually recognize, oh, there I'm having that thought again, and learn another thought. It's like whether you have, like one of mine is, peace to my mind, my thoughts be still. And I'll just say that. Do you know that it takes 90 seconds for a thought to travel through your mind if you don't start dwelling on it? thoughts come and go all the time. They're in the collective. Have you ever just wondered sometimes, it's like, where did that crazy thought come from? It just pops in, especially in the middle of the night. You'll start thinking about somebody or something. They're just part of the collective. They're just out there. You don't need to attach to it. You can come back to the present moment, take a deep breath, and understand that it'll pass and be open to new opportunities. All right. So, also, why is that so important? It's not about anybody else changing. If we're all connected, our thoughts are a huge part of what's driving the collective thoughts. And so, when we learn how to control our own thoughts, and the science is actually out there now proving these different things, that when we can focus on flowers and beauty and positive things and raise our vibrations, it changes our law of attraction. It changes everything that's happening. So, do you know that just focusing on something beautiful raises your vibration? Also, like, and there's different controversy around the Olympics and things like that. But when I watch, for myself, I think the Olympics are amazing. Why do I think the Olympics are amazing? Because when I witness greatness, my heart opens. Like, it is amazing, to see that. And so what different things can we do in our lives where we can see greatness and beauty and lift our vibrations? All right. So for those of you who know your day masters, let's go into the day masters thing right now. Okay. So I'm going to go through the 5 different elements with the day masters, and then I'm going to go through the 12 animals. So if you are to find your day master, you look at your chart, and on the top of the day, it says yang wood or yin wood or yang fire or yin fire. Okay, so you are one of those. Wood day masters. Okay, so the difference between yang wood and yin wood is one is grass or soft wood and has a soft stem, and one is hardwood. It's a tree. The fire monkey this month to you is output and influence. So how best to take action with that? People want to know what you know. You should be influential, right? Like, increase your influence. Don't waste the opportunity to look smart. Your ideas want to be seen. This will then lead to opportunities and promotions. This is also the influence element, a good month for actions that require more discipline. For women, influence element might mean you might meet a new partner, but that could also just mean people who are influential can help you. Yin wood, interesting. This is a really good month to work through one of the words that they use to describe yin wood is that you're a manipulator. But who said that being a manipulator is bad? Really, what I see this as is you have a talent to understand what people need. And by understanding the talent of what people need, you give it to them. Is that manipulation? No, to me, it's actually kindness. Now, can it be manipulation? Yes. Now, I'm going to go into depth with this in the upcoming free class on the 24th, right? So, because if we learn to embody our day masters and how to work with them each month, that's actually part of empowering your destiny, because it's actually being who you decided in this lifetime to be. So Yinwood, also monkey is your nobleman. There's help out there for you. You can get the help and support you need. Go out and ask. Yangwood, you are a tree. And with the output, it's like you should all, like, what is a good tree? It's like noble, reliable, right? Strong, not flaky, right? So, and as I said, the free class will go through more of these. Fire day master. So yang fire or yin fire. This month, the energy to you is friend and wealth element. So friend element means you should go out there and network and collaborate. But don't be naive. Some of you will go, oh, it's rob wealth. And what does that mean? And it's too much to go into that all here. Rob wealth is actually it can happen both ways. It can happen, somebody comes and takes your idea, but maybe you go out there and take somebody else's idea. Go out there and find out what's happening. Collaborate with other people. But you do it with integrity, do it with compassion, do it with values, right? Because if you see, here's the other thing, very interesting how energy works. If you think outside of you somebody's betraying you or letting you down, that can only happen if that's what's going on inside of you. So in all my readings, one of the biggest things that I've done with my readings and whatnot these years, last years particularly, is helping people understand who they really are their weaknesses and their strengths. And why did you choose this personality in this lifetime to, with these energies? Because you're learning to overcome them. When we overcome the lessons that are in our chart, they stop happening. It changes. There are different levels of how things can react with us. So, Yang fire, go out there and collaborate. Don't be naive and necessarily just trust that others will take care of you. Always, so take care of yourself, but be the light. You are fire. Be the light. Go inspire others, right? So, you need to be assertive, not aggressive, and opportunities are out there and best done working with others, and then by working with others you can make money. So this would be with the friend element, I would say do this on short-term contracts. It's like, okay, let's do a workshop together and split. Like that's actually what I'm doing with Adriana. We are teaching a class together. That is an example of how you can use friend and wealth element. Okay, so metal is your wealth star. When you have a wealth star happening, what is in Batsi, the energy of wealth? You should be controlling. So go out there and take control of your life, right? Don't wait for things to happen. Earth Day Master, you have this month resource and output element. This is a good month to get support. This can be from others, but this can also be to improve your home, like get a new office chair or get new computer systems. Like support can be different in many ways, right? You will have many good ideas this month that can be turned into future wealth opportunities. Go network and market, be bold. Males, you might meet someone new this month. There's a romance star out there. And Yin Earth Day Master, monkey is your nobleman. There are people out there to help you. Ask. How many of you know how to ask for help, right? And without being attached to outcome. In the sense like, you can throw ideas out there and be completely clean if it doesn't work, right? Like it's not personal, learning. And who will want to help you? People that you help, right? Like nobody's going to want to help you if you're not helpful, right? It's always interconnected. When I really grasped that a couple years ago about how charts work, that it's like what's out there is what's inside of you and what's inside of you is out there. It's like, then it's like, wow, this is such a powerful tool to work with, right? To become better. Metal Day Masters, all right? So Yang metal and Yin metal. Influence and friend element this month, okay? So this means for all you metal day masters, go out there and collaborate with others and increase your influence, become more influential. So this could be doing some Facebook posts, this could be networking, whatever works for you. You will get recognition for being more of a leader, and that could turn into promotions. So be influential and work with those in joint ventures. Water Day Masters. For those who are ready, there are opportunities out there to make more money, get a job, more sales. And if you're not ready, likely what will happen this month is you're going to be spending more money. So just be aware that there'll be lots of opportunities for you to spend your money, and so be mindful if that's within the budget or not. But that can turn into networks or connections, which could in turn turn into sales or something like that, right? You're going to be torn with wanting to relax and thinking, what do I wanting to relax and associate with friends and have a good time, because resource element tends to do that. Whereas the wealth element is you should be going out there and taking action, right? And looking for a job. I really think, or looking for contacts and sales. The fire element this month and the fire monkey month, and next month it's fire rooster, but this is the last couple of months where there's fire, which if this is your wealth element, what you should be focusing on this month is wealth, getting a job, connections, or things like that that can make you more money. So now I'm going to talk about the animal signs and the interactions. I'm always a bit hesitant to post these because we're so much more than just one animal or one interaction. And so I know many of you here are students and actually practitioners in your own right, and I really appreciate that you choose to be here with me. But just really understand that there's more to you than just one animal, okay? So consider getting a full reading to get a full picture if you haven't in the past. So tiger animal, clash to monkey, okay? So this month, changes in the air. So changes in the air. take the bull by the horns, right? And make the change. Tiger and monkey have a complicated relationship. There's also an ingratitude penalty, which means that likely you're going to be feeling unappreciated. And wherever it is in your chart will tell you what area of your life where you're going to feel unappreciated. But here's the thing, you can never feel unappreciated unless you are actually also not appreciating them, right? So work on what you can do, not changing other people. This aspect of the clash and the ungratitude penalty will be hardest for you tigers who have an attitude problem, right? No one makes you feel anything. And if you're not grateful for others, actually the question to always ask again is, why is this happening for me? What's the opportunity? Not why did this happen to me? So this month is a really great month with the releasing and the things to practice gratitude, okay? To practice gratitude. And so if Tiger is on your day pillar, single people may meet a new person and married people can expect some stress. There's an opportunity this month for Tigers, because it's wood and the metals clashing you, to diversify and to focus. Where are you stagnant due to lack of growth? And what do you need to end in order for new opportunities to come in? There's a real opportunity here for rebirth, renewal, and self-directed change. Right? And so are you going to feel uncomfortable? Yes. Get over it, right? Like, don't let it stop you. Don't go reaching for the things that you're addicted to that prevent you from moving forward. And I'm talking to myself here too. It's so easy to check our phones or to go reach for food or distraction of any kind. Rather, how do we know what needs to change? We go into the feelings. What am I feeling right now? And allow that feeling to come up. And if you actually learn how to work with this, the feeling will actually tell you, you'll recognize if you're talking to your higher self versus your lower self, what actions can you take that are positive to make those things move? Rabbit. The rabbit has really nice stars in the monkey month and can overall look to a smooth but hectic month. Don't procrastinate, as that will likely catch up to you. You're going to be popular and that will distract you. Students, keep your eyes on classes, get the year started off right. People will like you and be drawn to you. You're going to be popular and then that will distract you. So make sure you find the time for the activities that are at the top of the list, right? Focus on physical fitness or different things to reduce stress and relaxation techniques. Dragon. The dragon is a friend to the monkey. And so this means opportunities are going to come your way. So are you ready? Or is this a month where you actually have to work through your hesitancy to say yes or to trust, right? Your fears. I say yes, right? And start the ball. Because if we always say to the universe, I'm not ready, and we self-sabotage as well, right? By getting sick. That's things we do to ourselves, right? And it's like, okay, can I work through this? Can I say yes and still do some things, right? Career goals are more favored than relationships overall this whole year. So make sure you allow for time to spend with loved ones if you're in a relationship, because you're going to be focused a lot on career. Health-wise, do take care of yourself. There's a little bit of a tendency to not feel well this month because you're too busy, right? Snake. Overall, the stars and energies are good, and the ox is for sure in the year your friend. But the monkey is always a bit of a conundrum for snakes. It's what we call a combination and a destruction. So you have to be a bit careful. So probably lots of friends and different things will happen where there's opportunities to go out. But then you go out and you drink too much or you eat too much and you gain weight, and it kind of like what was a positive thing becomes a negative thing. So you can control that, right? The other thing too is say you're out with friends and then you're having a really good time and then you gossip about somebody else and you say something maybe you shouldn't. A good event can turn into something that's not good. So this is a good month to be mindful, right? And to also learn to speak your truth from your heart, because with a combination, see, you can use a combination into a destruction by learning to speak from your heart and then learning to turn that into positive change, because sometimes old thought systems and things need to change, right? So the opportunity here as well is for renewal and reboot and reframe. And are you ready? Are you ready to be a different person in different situations? This month as well, because the monkey and the snake are both travel stars. Where are you stagnant due to no growth, right? What do you need to destroy, so to speak, to grow? Okay, the horse. Pretty simple month, actually. Your hard work is getting recognition from others, but put your money away this month into low risk investments. Start planning for the future. Professionals will have a good month. Finances should overall be good. You will easily be able to make your financial goals, but don't rely that this month is going to continue like this moving forward through all the months, right? And so, yeah, there's opportunities there, but like time to put some money away. My friends, the goat. If you are a goat, the whole year is one where the ground underneath you feels a little bit shaky because of the clash, right? And the bully penalty. You might be feeling that your life is just not in control. And so, again, the question to ask is, why is this happening? Because as souls, we actually created everything, right? Like it's like we're actually in charge. It's like, so again, what's the opportunity? I remember years ago, I was married for 18 years, and then I was in a 7-year relationship. And in the 7-year relationship, there was an event that happened that really, I thought that relationship was very different from my marriage. And it actually took me time in both relationships to realize I was the one that was unavailable, and I was projecting that out. And I was the one who actually had all the fear. I kept on thinking if others changed. But at one point, I just remember clearly asking, why? Why did I choose this? I saw that the problem had nothing to do with the other people, that the problem of how I thought and how I perceived the world was what I needed to work with. And life truly shifted for me when I started moving from that moment into looking at the world differently. I became truly empowered. It's like, oh, well, no wonder I think that the world is not safe. I could totally see how my childhood and all that stuff had set that up. But that's just a thought. And we can change our thoughts, right? And so this takes a deep level of metaphysics. But that's actually what's happening right now in this whole COVID thing, where we're actually learning to look at the world and life differently, okay? So the goat, where in your life do things need to change? Because overall, for the whole year, the spotlight is on you and you are being seen. What do you want to be seen for, right? Like, what do you want to be seen for? So I know change is uncomfortable, and I know you're feeling a lot of stress, but the stars this month are fairly neutral for you. So it's a good month to actually take some action, right? And move forward to the life that you dream of. How many of you have actually goals and vision statements that you're actually working towards and that you think about each day? Or how many of you are thinking about, oh, the aches in my body and the problems in your life? Because what you focus on expands. So, for the goat, surround yourself with loved ones and good friends, and this year too shall pass, right? Monkey, it's your month, right? Spotlight is on you. You can look forward to a good month overall. You're going to get recognized by others, your loved ones and bosses. Relationships, though, will require a bit more dialogue and compromise this month. Finances will require some diligence. Don't spend money on extras. Monkeys are considered by some to be the gamblers of the zodiac, and sometimes that pays off for you. You're really overall quite lucky, but this month it does not. So hang on to your money, work hard, and really don't take undue risks. Career-wise, this is a good month to work on developing better relationship with people around you that can help you to move forward. Rooster, peaceful and stable month. Students will do well in studies. Stay prudent when it comes to money matters. You are vulnerable when it comes to scams. Combination to the monkey can be a distraction or an opportunity. Are you afraid to lose control by saying yes? Opportunity is to look inside yourself for answers. It's a good month for career, and you're favored for studying something difficult. Your peers and colleagues will support you. Dog. August should be a good month for dog entrepreneurs. There's good nobleman stars out there. You might find an investor who can help you with your ideas. Watch your health, don't overdo it. And if you're mindful, you will be fine. There are some minor illness stars, though, to watch for. So watch how your overindulgence and, make sure you get enough sleep. Again, for you, this is also a month to look inside yourself more deeply for answers. Health-wise, yeah, take good care of yourself. So the pig is a harm to the monkey. It's not so much the pig's friend because the pig clashes away the monkey's best friend. And so for you, those of you that are a pig, you might find you're feeling let down by some of the people around you, right? And so if you're getting let down, the real question too then to ask, like anything you're feeling, the first question to ask is, where am I doing that in my life? Because is it an opportunity for me to clean this up, right? And so who's let you down? Have you let yourself down? Are you doing the things that you say to yourself? It's like, I'm going to exercise, or I'm going to eat right, or I'm going to go get that job, Where do you feel undervalued? And where do you need to improve your value in your life, right? So if you're insecure and think you're not good enough, what actions do you need to take to improve that? Be kind and have an open heart. True for all, okay? Monkey is a peach blossom for the pig. Not so good for long-term relationships, but certainly it's the type of star that's good for hookups. But use this to your advantage, because besides being sexual, this can also be just a very good energy for sales, flirtatious, right? That type of thing. The rat. The monkey is your friend. Your efforts will be recognized by bosses and friends, right? There's a combination happening. Stable month for home and career wise. For those in sales, you should be able to do well and be accepted and loved by all. The combination, though, can also be a distraction because you're out there having too much fun and you're not actually turning that into what can support your goals. When I tell you month to month, which month, like all months are opportunities, but they're only opportunities if you take action. If you're just sitting around, nothing's going to happen, right? Like even in the feng shui, when I give you an activation to do, if you don't actually have sort of a plan or something that you're working towards, it's not going to help you, right? So, rat, are you afraid to lose control by saying yes? There's an opportunity this month to meet someone who can change your life if you are ready. Ox. Actually, too, just getting back to that, there's a couple years ago I had a student who has 2 horses in her chart and rat year. And I could see that her career was going to change and perhaps where she moved was going to change. And so she had a year to get ready. Here's the type of things of what getting ready can look like. And I said, so if you need to get out of debt, do so now, because if this woman had an international CV, so she was getting headhunted all the time. Are you able, on a moment's notice, if somebody approaches you, get the job of your dreams and move? Because there's an opportunity like that coming your way. And she didn't take advantage of it, right? Because sometimes in order to get ready, we have to clean up the past. And that's what I was talking about at the very beginning of this. It's like, what do you need to do the next 6 months so that you're ready for the opportunities that are potentially coming your way? Ox. This month may be stressful for you. Lots of trivial matters taking up your time. You may feel burdened by others. This is not a month to procrastinate. Things won't flow as smoothly as they can, so allow lots of time to get things done and be proactive. Don't wait to take care of what needs to be attended to. Be kind, always be kind to others. And overall, really just a good month to lay low and keep your nose clean. Not a month to take undue risks. This too shall pass. All right, a little bit of feng shui here, guys. Without a doubt, the best sectors this month to spend time in or to have windows open or doors to use is the west. That's the best sector this month. And then the second best, I would say, is the east. Okay. And so I did a class, I guess about a month ago, I lose track of time, Rise Up and Finish Strong, where I talk about each of the last 6 months of this year. And I believe you can get it on my website still. I'm not sure. That might not be true. And we'll be doing another one, I guess, in November and December. Each month I'm going to give you an activation, and I'm going to give you one here right now. And the understanding, it's like, so I move, you guys know, you'll see me at different months sitting in different sectors in my house or facing a different direction or doing different things. My overall feng shui is very good, but I'm also each month working with the directions or different things because feng shui is goal specific, right? So it's not just about harmony. It's about, are you trying to activate wealth? I did a consultation for realtors the other day in their office, and the guys had to sort of talked to the realtor, the one realtor. It was like he wanted to put a couch in the office and he had a young baby at home. And so he was actually looking to go to the office so that he could have a nap during the day because he was so tired. And fair enough. But I just said, so what is the feng shui of your office supposed to be for? Is it like so that you can have a good sleep? Or so that you have more sales and happy clients? Because the energy of those two, one is very yang and one is yin, are different. I actually wouldn't want an office where you can go to sleep because that's not the energy that'll bring you sales, right? And so he realized, right, as I spoke to him, no, he needed to make sales, right, happen and to work on that. But that's sort of what I mean. It's like, okay, your bedroom should support sleep, which is a different type of feng shui than a living room or a door or things. But anyways, this month, overall for this month, the west has really good stars and good energy. So if you can spend more time in the west or have the door open there or that, please do. Put a fan there, different things. And we had an activation a couple days ago that I gave you last month. I have an activation for you for September 1st at 5:28, 7:28 a.m. Okay, September 1st, 7:28 a.m. And it's in West 2. Okay, so this is really for those of you who know how to find West 2, the rooster sector. So you want to activate the rooster sector on that day with water and then open a window or put a fan at the ox and the snake sectors of your house. Okay, and I said last month too, if you have an accurate floor plan of your house, I'm happy to help you by putting the template over and showing that to you. So you'd have to email me for that. Okay, I'm just giving you the template. If you want a full consultation, that's different. Okay, so overall, moving forward, right? Our thoughts and emotions are the guides that show us where in our life we need to change. Are we reacting with fear or action, right? And sometimes it can be the charts that give you fear. Sometimes many of you are really sensitive and it's the collective energies, right? So new levels of consciousness are there for those who are ready. The energy that's currently happening is actually one of empowerment, right? And so don't complain about climate change and still buy plastic as much as you are, or eat foods that are, contributing to it, right? Like either stop complaining, because if you're complaining, you're bringing down the energy of the planet, right? Like stop complaining and take action or stop. So the energy that's currently happening is one of empowerment, which is giving us the courage to actually take action. We're getting so upset and so worried that we're actually being forced to change. Isn't that wonderful? Really, look at it that way, because that's what's happening. Something new wants to be born, right? Something old wants to be released, and forgiveness is really important this month. Forgive yourself, forgive others. We're all human. We're all doing our best. Old emotional habits and patterns are making themselves known to be released. We're all being activated, all of us, particularly into areas of spiritual growth. August will be for many of you a very emotional month. See this as good. Find your tears, release the past, and make room for new energies to enter your body and mind. I don't know about you, but often when I go in my meditations, I enter a sanctuary. And in that sanctuary are people who love me in my mind, right? And as I sit in that sanctuary, I often start to cry. But they are tears of relief and release. And actually through that, I find joy. And so I invite you to find your joy. Be grateful and make time to be in awe of this beautiful world. If your purpose is clear, you can tune into the right energies. And so part of what's going on is learning how to find what is your purpose, right? And maybe your purpose is just to be kind and compassionate and provide that for other people. I don't know. There's a lot going on. If you have some questions, please post them. It's my honor each month to be here with you guys. Sign up for the free Zoom classes. Space is limited, so it may fill up soon. I've already had a good 30 registrations for mine. And also, I'm just really thank you to Adriana as well for bringing, many of you Spanish people have been asking for me to be teaching in Spanish, and so that Adriana and I are doing that is really exciting. And I love being here with you and supporting you. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. And otherwise, I bid you all a beautiful day, and we'll see you again soon. You're welcome, Iman. Oh, thanks, Carol. I got to get you to show me how to use the the GIFs. I think they're great. Sweet. You're welcome, Dennis. Thank you, Linda. Lovely. Melanie, there's the energy of the month and there's the energy of the year, and the monkey combines with the rat to make water. So you always see the monkey as well as water and metal, both. Linda will have to catch up in person or on the phone soon. May, nice to see you. Ah, can you, Dennis? Hi, Tirsa. All right, everybody. Blessings and light to all of you. Thank you. Bye bye.